Hey guys, how you doing? Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. This is a 99% clairvoyant reading. Hello, everybody. If you're watching me live, hello. Please say hello when you come into the room till I start channeling. Then I will say hello to you after we're done. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, please like my videos. Please subscribe. Please leave a message. It helps to grow the channel. If you would help me, please. That would be great. Yeah. But there's lots to talk about. Kathy's here. Hey, Kath, what's going on? Yeah, so got sniffles like everybody else, I think. Hey, Candy. Yeah, so back again after being gone for a week, right? Because of the holiday. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I know I did by just chilling. Yeah. Hey, Pat. Hi, Dorothy. How's it going? Hello, Haley. Do you like those plants, Haley? There are lots of them. Lots and lots of them. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Yeah, last week I was off because Thursday was Thanksgiving. So, yeah. And it's due me the 1st of December tomorrow. Holy cannoli. What is that about? What is that about? And December is going to be... You ready? Gotta be ready because it's coming. If we like it or not, it's coming. Yep. So lots of astrology stuff, and there is lots of things that I received in the past 2 weeks we're going to talk about. Yeah. Sherry had a head cold for 3 weeks. Oh, trust me, everybody's got something. Hey, Robin. Cough's back. So, of course, that's something that's interesting, right? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Joe. How are you? Good to see you today on the show. Yeah. So wait another couple minutes before we start. One thing I'm going to talk about, well, first I'm going to talk about, going to do an advertisement, right? Is that in December, there's going to be great deals on readings. Just to give back. And element packages, which are air, water, fire, earth, and the universe. Hey, Lisa. Great Christmas gifts. Great Hanukkah gifts, great Kwanzaa gifts. Pay for 12 months and you get a 13th month free. So get it before the prices go up because they're going to go up again because stuff's expensive. Not as expensive as it was, but you know, that could be a lot. But by a year, you get an extra month for free. And those are all at billhobart.com. If you want on-time, back and forth conversations with myself, you get time every single month, depending upon the package that you purchase. Have somebody buy it for you. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty good deal. Basically, readings are half off, and you get one every single month, okay, for 13 months. But most of the people in Elements, a lot of them are on the program today. They'll tell you straight out how amazing their connection with Spirit is and how I kind of clear the way for you to be more and more connected in a faster amount of time. Because most of you have it already. You already have the gifts. You're already connected. Just had to get rid of all the stuff that blocks you from actually being deeply, deeply connected. And you have some cool things happen to you. Awesome dreams, awesome connections, lots of deja vu, connection. They're speaking to you. Lights are flashing. I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff. Lots of coaching for your soul, right? So it really works. But you get an extra 15 minutes for readings, buy gift certificates, buy them, and then use them next year, okay? An extra 15 minutes for everyone that you buy, but also I'm adding tomorrow, I believe, sale readings, you'll still get an extra 15 minutes. Okay, so, and that will go until probably maybe the 1st of the month. I'm not sure of January. All right. But it's giving you an extra 15 minutes. So you'll get not only 15 minutes if you buy a 50-minute reading, you get 30 minutes. If you buy a 30-minute reading, you'll get 45 minutes. If you buy an hour-long reading, you get an hour 15. And then if you buy if you're buying 90 minutes, you get like a 60, 100, 105 minutes. okay? And you can break it up if you want to. You don't have to do a whole hour and a half, all right? Don't have to do a whole hour. You can break them up if you want to. But, hey, Erica, hey, Patty, but that is only good for the month of December, okay? You can use them into January and things like that, but I'll allow you to break them up into half hours, let's say, okay? So it's a pretty good deal. I mean, it's a value of, just for 15 minutes of reading, it's $85. So you're saving $85 basically on every reading that you purchase. So it's a pretty good deal, okay? Hey, Jennifer, how you doing? Okay, so let's start. There's so much to talk about. Okay, first off we're going to talk about is Mercury Retrograde starts on the 13th in Capricorn. Sagittarius first in Capricorn, okay? Goes to the first of the month, all right, of January. We're already in pre-shadow, okay? So don't get frustrated, okay? Hey, Yolanda. Don't get frustrated. Do the best that you can not to get frustrated, all right? And what does that mean? It means don't buy anything, okay, that you got to sign a contract for. Hey, Karen, don't buy a house, don't buy a car. You want to buy an appliance, that's fine, but don't be surprised if something happens to it. It gets lost, it's not there on time, things like that. Mercury is the planet of communication, okay? And we have all kinds of communications inside of us that we need to be released as we zoom into fifth dimension, okay? You're going to have all kinds of WTF moments, and anger can be there, frustration can be there, you being called out. The collection, meaning people, are going to be very angry, very upset, very short. They're going to complain about Christmas. Christmas sucked this year. Well, that's because of Mercury retrograde, right? Holiday, Hanukkah, Christmas. Be prepared because it's going to be absolutely crazy. You're going to have to pack your patience if you're going to see family, okay? Because one person in your family is going to be the volcano. And everything that they want to talk about from childhood is going to be at the Christmas table or the Kwanzaa table, right? The Kwanzaa holiday or Hanukkah, or all those things, okay? When you get family together that doesn't live with each other, right? Mercury retrograde is going to make you absolutely go, WTF, I got to go. Set yourself a limit, 2 hours. If you're having Christmas dinner, holiday dinner, whatever you want to call it, what are the balloons about? I have no idea. Okay, so this is the last, this happened with a person that I was reading, right? One of my element people. And I think I put it on Facebook, that all of a sudden there was fireworks behind me. Ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, she goes, what is that? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know what that is. And then the thumbs up symbol came across the screen. What is that about? Hello? That's the second time it's happened and I don't understand. I don't get it at all. Yeah, I know. Oh man, that's a push of energy. Hang on, guys. Okay. Well, my crown chakra does lit up like a freaking Christmas tree. Ooh, shoot, stop. I get it. So this and the balloons are all about, people are more connected to the astrology than ever before because it makes sense of why things are going on the way they are, okay? And you're going to be more and more involved in astrology as we go forward, all right? Because astrology is what's going to guide us in the future, okay? Because we got a 3D. So, 3D is condensed. It's heavy. It is, and because we're more and more smarter than ever, right? We can look at things and know why I feel like this. Because that's what you're going to start to do. The I am, right? The I am presence, the I am is going to absolutely engulf your life because you're more connected to your body than ever. You're more connected to your soul than ever and your spirit because you're connected to them, to your spirit guides, the universe, everything, Okay? So as we go zooming through December, because this whole year has zoomed past with that quantum leap energy, right? You're going to need more and more information. Whoa, more and more information about why do I feel like this? And it is good and bad. But the bad stuff resonates with us, right? Because we have 3D energy still in our body because we live in 3D. So the great thing, don't read horoscopes out of the newspaper because that is hooey, right? It is do your birth chart. Do your birth chart. Please do your birth chart. Because when you do your birth chart, guess what? You will know where where Mercury is at in your birth chart. Whatever house it's at. There's 12 houses because there's 12 months. Okay? You'll be able to look at where it's at in your birth chart, if at all, right? But when you do the birth chart from Pam Gregory, it gives you all the information on every single house, and most of it will match who you are this lifetime. If you have Mercury in a specific sign, which we usually do, okay? All the planets have to be represented somewhere. That is what they're going to pick you on. Trust me. They will do it until you relent. Okay? So it's better to know than not to know. It's better to understand. Jennifer, you have to do your birth chart. PamGregory.com. Scroll all the way down. You'll see free birth chart. Click on that. Put your name, your name, the day you're born. Put your name. Do your name. Day you're born, time you're born, and what city you were born in, and just tab it. Boom, and it'll all come across the screen within seconds. Okay, and that will tell you how. Okay. So she says she already has her. Okay, so Jennifer has hers. All you do is Google Mercury Retrograde. Okay, where's Mercury Retrograde? December 13th, and it'll tell you exactly what house it's in. All right, and you can look at your chart and go, okay, that's where it's going to affect me. So that again, you can plan for that 3.5 week period of what not to do or what is going to affect you. Because Mercury, because it's communication, it's going to stop. Then it's going to go back for 3.5 weeks and cover all the stuff you haven't worked on yet. And when you know on your birth chart what house it's in, you'll be able to go, okay, that's why I'm feeling like this today. I get it. Why somebody's yapping at me. Why I feel bad. Why I feel like I don't matter. Why do I feel that? Because that's what it all is back from childhood. It's all our childhood trauma, our stuff that we have to get rid of, everybody, so we can ascend. The quicker you can get rid of it, the faster you go. You're going anyway. But at least along the way, hey, Kel, you'll be able to pay attention and understand, oh, that's why she's acting like that. Oh, that's why my family's crazy, Bill. I can't believe it. They're freaking nuts. Well, of course they are. Because more than likely, you're probably the only one in the family who's actually doing work on themselves. If you have others in the family, God bless you, because I don't, right? So Mercury retrograde is going until the 1st of January. So that goes Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve, and New Year's. And then it's going to take 3.5 weeks for Mercury to get back to the place it was on the 13th of December. So we're going to have a shadow, right? Not going to be that intense because it's already been intense. So for 3.5 weeks after January the 1st, you're going to get bits and pieces of what you haven't cleared yet. Okay? And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So Yolanda, you should know what your 6th house controls in you. Okay? You can just look on your chart and it'll tell you. Okay? So start with your birthday and go clockwise. Yeah, you'll be able to see that. Okay? So as this starts to get intense, which is, guess what? It's about Christmas. Okay? It's the week of Christmas when it's going to be at its full tilt of WTF. Okay? You're going to feel like you won't want to talk to people. You'll want to cocoon. But it's Christmas time. You have to be joyful. And okay, well, good luck with that. Okay? The one way I will tell you that you can accommodate is guided meditation. Okay? Guided meditation. Plain and simple. Because if you think during Mercury retrograde you're going to be able to do it yourself, not going to happen. Because as you cocoon, as you get pressure, what happens to third dimensional human beings, we go like this. And Christmas isn't any fun. New Year's Eve sucked. Blah, 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 blah. See? So as well as if you can find out exactly where your Mercury is in your birth chart, you'll be able to remind yourself and parent yourself and, okay, it's just Mercury retrograde. It's not the big a deal. It's Mercury retrograde. That's why they're so mean. It's just Mercury retrograde. That's why they misspoke. Because you're going to have a lot of volatility. Okay, starting on the 13th. It's already starting now because we're in the pre-shadow, right? The energy is building up to make Mercury stop and then go back 3.5 weeks. Okay? So that's just something that is going to affect everyone on the planet, no matter who you are. And you will have people who say, no, I don't believe in that stuff. Well, guess what? Call them in the middle of Mercury retrograde, and I'll tell you what they'll tell you. Oh my God, everything just blew apart. Of course it did. I can't believe my plane was full, or the plane got stuck, or my plane never showed up. The car didn't start. All that stuff, guys, anything that can make you go WTF is going to happen. That's Mercury retrograde. It's energy. Conversation, communication is energy. So anything having to do with anything, travel, documents, purchases, family members. You may have family members who crack the F up, right? Or they're really belligerent or really mean, because they've got all this stuff on top of them that they need to let go of. But they don't realize that. So they blow up at the family, right? You did this. I had that happen one year. You did this. You did that. You did this. I didn't do any of it. I was just a kid. Leave me alone. And you have to, Spirit says, don't defend yourself because you're not going to win. Don't go home bad, Spirit says, because that means that their dysfunction, their stuff that they need to let go of is going to settle right back down inside their body because their ego is going to tell them that they won. Okay? The month of November has been a whirlwind of energy. All right? With the new moons and the full moons and everything that's happened in the last month has taken you on a trip to a high 4, lower 5 dimensional energy. Okay? You're going to be exhausted. You're going to be exhausted, trust me. Exhausted. Oh, there's that about. Okay, so what's up with the thumbs up thing? I don't get it. It's just freaking me out. Oh my God, Spirit. I don't know if that's Facebook or what, but it doesn't happen in any other of my postings at all. So anyway, Spirit, take care of that. As we go through all of this energy shift, all this energy push, because Spirit has told you guys for the past 6 months, 2024 is going to blow your freaking butt off. Okay? They need us in 2024. We're all going to be, again, quantum leap energy, right? It's going like a freaking jet plane right now. Well, it's going to get faster. Way faster. Because they're trying to lift us, our third dimensional being, our third dimensional energy, our third dimensional self, into higher dimensional energy, right? So we have to do our part. Guided meditations. Drink lots of spring water. Do all the things that we've talked about for the past year. The plan's my notes for some reason. Stop. Do all the things to take care of yourself. Get lots of sleep, right? It gets dark at 5:30 here in Detroit now, so you know what? You can fall asleep and you want if you go by the sun cycle. Trust me. And next week or the 21st, it'll be an 8-hour sunshine day. The rest will be cold and up here, cold and dark. And by the middle of January, we're turning the corner, baby, and we're headed towards more sun later in the night. More light, I should say, okay? But we have to make sure during this Mercury retrograde, and as we go through the year to 2024, you have to take care of yourself. Eat natural food. Eat as little processed food as you can. Drink lots and lots and lots of spring water. Do not drink tap water. It's been filtered. It has nothing in it but chlorine. to clean the you-know-what out of the lake water if you're in Michigan, okay? That's how we get our water that we live on in, right? Is from the Great Lakes. So grab that spring water, okay? Or however water that is, alkaline water is good too. Anything that's going to feed your body, that's what it's all about. The spring water is good because it's not been filtered. There's all kind of fun and cool stuff in there. Spirit always says energies from the soil and organic things in the soil, and that, that the water has filtered down through. So it's the best for you. They say, and I do, me, I follow everything that they say. So as we go through the month of December, there's going to be more ups than downs. All right. Mercury Retrograde is the only thing that is going to blow our lives up, let's say. Neptune goes direct, I believe, the 4th of December. Okay. That's the planet of dreams. So don't be surprised if from the 4th on, you start having some magnificent dreams. You daydream and don't know why you're seeing what you're seeing, but that's your future. It's always good stuff. It is never, never, never bad stuff. It's the daydream planet, right? So as that starts to be activated, because it hasn't been, because it's been retrograde, you'll feel more spirit. You'll feel more relaxed. You'll feel more fun. You'll feel more everything in 2024. Okay? That's important because it's going to be a rough year for the Muggles, everybody. It's going to be a rough year for the Muggles. And those of you who are just starting your journey, or those of you who are farther than you actually think, because ego makes us think, I haven't learned that much, I'm not that close. You're closer than you think. And as you go into 2024, and from the end of January, I believe until the middle of April, there are no planets retrograde. That's the time for abundance, all right? And then 1 or 2 at a time, they start going retrograde again, because they do it every year, okay? So you can look forward to that and know, okay, as you start to follow, you'll understand, okay, this happened last year at this time, I get it. Things kind of dried up, okay, but guess what? You're higher in dimensional energy this year. Don't discount yourself, Spirit says. Don't discount you, because all of us do. All of us do. And as you move forward and you wake up one day and go, and Spirit has said this before, how do I know all that right there? I have no idea where that came from. You already have it inside your DNA. It's already there. You just got activated as you ascend, as you take care of yourself. If you take care of yourself, you'll be golden, awesome, everything. You will. As you level up, you will. Stop discounting yourself, Spirit says. Stop beating yourself up for no reason. Stop. But I can tell you, for me, I had 2, maybe 3 weeks of just absolute WTF. Until, again, my higher self came in and said, when's the last time you meditated? Oh, about 2 months ago? I went, did I just say 2 months ago? Has it been 2 months? Because time goes by so fast, right? So I'm wallowing in a pig, bleh, right? The mud. And running, well, why do I feel like this? Knock, 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 right? I have to be more aware because I slide into it so quickly. It's scary. It is so scary. Where I'm just floating, wondering why I'm in the pig stuff, right? That I'm trying to figure that out when I'm not supposed to figure that out. I'm supposed to do a guided meditation by Steve Noble for me, right? Or the other one that I follow. She's amazing. I mean, she's truly amazing. I forget her name, what the name of the website is, and I can tell you. I'll put it in the. I'll put it somewhere on the website or something like that. Something either website or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, right? Or even YouTube. Because I'm going to try to start doing videos like shorties, like short reels all the time. And I can do things like that to remind people where it's at. But realizing, coming out of your funk, coming out of, okay, because I talk spirit all day long, right? I'm like, okay, I don't understand what's going on. I don't get it. When I pull myself out of it, right? And I'm like, okay. And I have this anger and this disappointment and this bullshit around my heart. I always have carried it there, even when I was a kid, right? I'm fearful of that, being 64 and 35 days. What the hell is that going to do to my tenure, right? I hope it's okay. I don't want to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I worry about that because I'd rather it not be there. But Spirit always reminds me, but it's always going to be there. You can't get rid of everything, Bill. You can't. It's impossible for a human. Chimes. Because I'm sitting next to the chimes now, guys. It's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, then why are we doing this? So you have less of it, Bill. So you have less of it. I get that. Who's bugging me? I shouldn't say that because they're not bugging me. It's just I'm busy right now, right? So that's the Capricorn in me. So as it zooms by us, guys, you have to be more conscious. You have to. I'll attest to that. I did 2 meditations this week, Monday and Tuesday. I feel like I'm in 5D all the time again. I'm going to try to do them once. I'm going to try to do one every other morning. Got to do them in the morning. Okay? Because it sets the tone. And when I did the first one, I'm like, this is effing crazy. How can I not remember to do that? Ego. Ego. Ego is running my freaking head, running my freaking life, right? Because I was looking forward to other things. Like somebody asked me today, they said, well, Bill, any idea when you're going to Maui? I said, you know what? I gave up that. I know I'm going. But when they tell me I'm going at a certain time and it doesn't happen, I know why they do it. To see if I'll take responsibility for it. And I shouldn't. It's them. Get it now. But it's been 6 years. It's this January, right? Like, okay, well, Spirit just said, well, hallelujah, you finally got the freaking message. Things might move a little faster now. Okay. I'm not going to invest in any of that stuff. I'm just going to do my thing here, take care of myself, give myself love and affection, take care of everything that I need to take care of to make me continue to be the prima donna that I am, because that's who I kind of am, guys. I've always been since I was a kid, and I believe I deserve everything on the planet, and all of you guys should too, because I'm going to get it. I always have in my lifetime, right? I've never been one not to get what I want. And all you have the same exact power. The same exact power. But this gets us in trouble, not this. Okay? Somebody asked me the other day, last week, they said, well, Bill, I'm dating this guy, and, you know, he's okay. We've been dating for like 2.5 years, and it's okay. But you know what? I think I'm kind of an antsy. I'm like, okay. So we had a conversation about it. And because she already had somebody that she was looking at, that she was talking to, that made her feel, for like months, right? That just a friend, no inner connection stuff, anything like that. But Bill, he's really cool. And, you know, we have lunch together because we work at the same job, blah, 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 blah. I said, well, you know, same job's kind of hard. But she was full of wonder. And she liked that because it energizes you. It makes you feel, with those endorphins, right? Makes you feel fabulous and wonderful. Sometimes we can lose our head in that, but that's okay. Because obviously something's happening here that you guys aren't communicating. And that's usually the point. They're not communicating to each other, right? She wanted to have sex and he didn't want to have sex, right? What guy doesn't want to have sex? Because that's what we do, right? I mean, that's why we're on the planet, is to procreate. But it was because he didn't feel loved. She didn't listen to him. See? I'll tell you guys this, and you're going to feel it in the next month and a half. Men have very, very, very hard time thinking of themselves in a positive way. Okay? If a guy projects that, 90% of the time, he doesn't feel like that inside here. He's doing it because he has to. He was taught that in childhood. Have you ever told your children, boys don't cry? Have you ever told your child where you're not talking, it's adult time? Discounting your boys It's going to come up this month. I'm telling you what, going to come up this month to get closer to 24. We have to be attentive, even if the guy's a dick, right? Still got to. If he's your husband, whatever, boyfriend, doesn't matter. The dog, let's say. Yeah. Very, very shallow thoughts about ourselves. And one thing can drop us down, and we won't understand, I don't think she loves me anymore. I don't think he loves me anymore. Okay, well, why not? Well, he doesn't talk to me anymore. I'm from the female point of view, right? Doesn't talk. He's never talked, right? I don't know that much about him in however years. When you're married, the same exact thing. Well, the kids, okay. But you need time as a female, and the males need time also with each other. Okay? And women run the world. We already know that. Men don't. They might think they do, but it's very few of them that do. So again, that ties in with Mercury retrograde, right? And getting to know ourselves and understanding that when we go into 2024, 2025, and our ego shifts from a negative ego to a positive ego by 2025, okay, maybe 2026 for some people, our whole lives is going to shift. It's going to change. It's going to shift and change because no longer is their ego going to say negative things about you. It's going to say positive things like your spirit guides will when you're able to hear them. But wanting to hear them is not going to help you hear them because that third dimensional energy stops their energy, which is lighter and fluffier and wonderful to come. Like Spirit always says, the more you want it, the less it comes. Takes longer, right? So astrology has everything to do with where we're going in the future. But this last month has been full of just boom, 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 boom. Like I've said with Spirit before, they need us to be ready for 24 and 25. Next year's going to be a banner year. It's going to be a year where you guys are not going to understand 30% of it, Spirit says. But you'll feel 100% of it. Okay? As you ascend. As all of a sudden you become this female or this man who never understood you would become anything like that. I can attest to that. Did I ever think I would be this person? I didn't even know if this person was. Because I'm not like anybody else, which is kind of cool. None of us are, right? And so I didn't understand that when I was 62 or 63, right? No. We try to model ourselves on other people. Sometimes, not all the time. But understanding, pretty much just knowing that you all have gifts. We all have gifts that absolutely connect us to the universe, connect us to the divine. And it's only going to get stronger as we get closer to 2024. Next month, I said, is going to be like a whirlwind. It's going to be lovely and it's going to suck all at the same time. Because that Mercury retrograde in the middle is going to split that cake in two. But when you come out of that, trust me, you're going to go, I know that now, I know that now, and who the hell's mumbling in my head? Why are there dead people around? Why are dead people coming into my house? Well, don't let them come in your house. Because one by one, as a collective, we're all going to be activated for things that we never, ever thought we'd be able to do. Well, I'm like so-and-so, but I'm really not like so-and-so. Yeah. That's how it is. Lots of famous people are coming. I'll tell you that straight out. Understanding this, that you're here for a reason, for the ascension, of all the muggles. Most of the muggles are going to follow you, right? You're going to have people, it's already happened to folks, walk up to you and tell you their life story, and you don't know why. Well, you're surrounded by white light, number one. Their soul sees it, which is your spine, right? Where all your chakras and nerve endings are at, right? And you just automatically, when you're doing casual stuff, like walking through the grocery store or the Kohl's or wherever, right? The mall, people just turn around and look at you like, what are you looking at me for? Because their soul sees your light because they're not being conscious. They're just walking down the mall or going through Kohl's, right? So they're just shopping. And all of a sudden you'll see them go, as you walk by, go, It's nothing about you. It's about the white light that comes out of your body that permeates and reaches them. And their soul goes, ooh, white light. Ooh, white light. They can't hear that because they're not conscious. And they don't know why they're looking at people. For us, being looked at, it can be awkward sometimes. Because if you're not okay with, they're looking at the light. All they see is light. They don't even see you as a human. They just know, their soul does, that, okay, wow, I mean, they didn't even say anything. But it makes your soul go, oh, there is white light here. Oh my gosh, it's finally happening. It's finally happening. Then all of a sudden, you go to sleep at night and you get visitation or you get uploaded, right? Not downloaded, uploaded. That when you wake up in the morning and go, holy God, I'm exhausted. I just slept 8 hours and I feel like I didn't get any sleep at all. Yeah. A lot of people are feeling that. A lot of people are feeling that. It's like, Bill, I can't get any sleep. Well, you're sleeping all the time. Just, they're working on you 24 hours a day. They have to. Because it's crunch time. And the awesome thing is, we're further than they thought we would be. We're way ahead. We're like 65% ahead. See? For the leaders, all of us are going to teach the muggles what it's about. And a lot of you will say, well, Bill, I don't know. Yes, you do. It's already been downloaded. I know people in the element packages, right? In my element tribe that text me and say, Bill, I was talking with somebody today and stuff came out of my mouth. I have no idea where it came from. I said, really? But Bill, I don't hear them. You don't have to hear them. They control you 100% of the time. You can kick and scream if you want to, but they might drop you because you're being a dork. I almost said the other word, right? They might shake you down and go, oh man, what was that? Dude, pay attention. Because it's going to happen more and more and more and more. I never thought it'd be on 24 hours a day. I try to get it to an 8-hour day, maybe 10-hour day, right? Where I'm not constantly receiving. But I never thought I'd be able to do what I do every day. Connection without even knowing it's just there, right? I live with it every day. Even on off days, I still live with it. And I've learned how to calm it. But when I'm on social media, and you guys will have this happen too, I've talked about it before, you'll see spiritual thing after spiritual thing after spiritual thing after spiritual thing because it's supposed to connect to you. Have you go, that makes sense, and then you share it. That makes sense, and you share it. Or you read it. I had something Monday that I read, and I felt, before my meditation, I was like, oh my God, that makes all the sense in the world. Because I'm still human, right? We all are. And so they'll remind us when we're in the doldrums. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing is by accident. It's all planned. Your guides, right? Some of us have 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 guides above our head, right? It's like a college. It's like a university. And the awesome thing is when they feel our energy getting low, they prompt us with stuff, okay? Especially on social media because it's electronic. When Mercury Retrograde's here, guess what? You might see things that you've never seen before because your guides are counteracting Mercury Retrograde. They know it's coming. They know the energy's coming. That's going to lower our vibration. Why? Because we have to remove our third dimensional energy from our body. All the things that happened to us when we were kids. Or 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. Parents who lost a child. Right? That's huge. That's huge. But we have to release it. So they're going to prompt you on things. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever else is out there, right? To get you to go, oh, well, that makes sense. And as soon as you say that out loud, it and your energy goes right back up. Like I made a post probably 2 Sundays ago, I think it was 2 Sundays ago, Chimes, about music. And on that Sunday, for probably 6 hours, I was just surrounded by energy from the 80s. I had a favorite radio station in Chicago. And I was there some of the time. Not all the time, but some of the time. But I'd follow this radio station when I was in my teens, right? Because we could actually get the radio. And it's dance music. That's all I listened to is dance music. A little bit of pop stuff. But I was just enthralled with the history and the DJs and the mixers and all the things that were in my life when I was that age. And the radio station's gone now. It's changed to a different radio station, right? But the call letters and hearing people's voices takes back being like 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And I just get immersed in it. It's probably one of the best days I've had in a really long time. Lee was watching this Netflix, doing whatever he's doing on the couch, because that's where he lives. And I'm in the purple chair, the oversized purple chair, and I'm just got my buds in, and it was just amazing day. That's what's going to happen to you as you go forward, because you'll be able to block everything else. Not your kids, but sometimes your kids. Husband, wife, possible, you know? He likes to be alone. He could live in a cave and be happy as a pig. Trust me, he'd be good. That's why we're roommates, because I kind of counteract that, so that it's not all the time. But can he put a dish in the dishwasher? No, he cannot. I got off track. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that day was one of the best days I've ever had, and it came out of the blue. Out of the blue. Something showed up on freaking Facebook, and I was involved in that with Google and everything else for 6 straight hours, drinking water, had some food, potato chips, Cheetos, Mountain Dew. I'm in my space, right? So we're all going to have that even more as we go forward. Why? Because you've cleared out the stuff inside your body so the energy does not affect you that's negative. And people will walk up to you and say, you've really changed. Gosh, are you always like this? Yes. How'd you do it? Well, let me tell you. And that's how you start to tell your story. And everybody will all listen. I'm telling you. They will absolutely listen to what you're saying. Because why? Their soul's looking for you. Their guides are going, okay, we're going to put them in the same place at the same time, and she's going to run into her. Or she's going to run into him. It happens all the time since I was a child, like 8 years old. Yeah. It's up to you to go, well, I'm really in a hurry. But that's ego. I don't really want to say why. And that's when they take over. Yeah, you know what? Blah, 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 blah. And you go, where the hell did that come from? Them. Because you have to teach them about you. And then, what I got to do? Well, you got to do guided meditations. You got to learn how to do, quiet meditations. Blah, 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 blah. Right? That's what I do every day to people. People in elements, the same exact thing. The amazing ascension of people in that tribe is absolutely phenomenal. I can believe it, but the muggle in me cannot believe that we're in this tribe together, and I talk to them every month. They become my friends, and the ascension process that they've gone through is phenomenal in a year. I mean, I have one who's been in elements for 8 months. I've known her for probably 6 years, right? And we kind of distanced ourselves, the pandemic and stuff like that kind of threw everything off. But she reached out to me this year for the first time in 4 years, I think it was. And we did some reading and stuff like that. She listens to the program, and she bought an element package. She's like, Bill, I don't know what this all is. Well, in 8 months, I'm telling you, she's maybe 2 steps below me in 8 months. She just needed the right person, as we all do, right? To allow her feelings, to allow her spirituality to come to the surface and not question, right? She never questioned, in 8 months, has not questioned anything that I've told her. And the beautiful thing is, she has these dreams in the morning, and she writes them in her diary. She writes down what it was, right? And then she'll send it to me. My nose is crazy. God. And she'll send it to me, and I'll tell her what the dreams mean. Never know I could do that. But I did, because it just comes out of my mouth, right? Just comes into my brain, and I just write it. Mostly speak it. There's others in there that are young people. I mean, 23, 24, 25, 26, who are going through this process of WTF. Bill, I never thought I'd be this person. Yeah. Erica on here, I think she's here. She has turned into this freaking guru young woman who's giving people messages out of the blue, even me. Well, Bill, you know, when you go to your reunion, it's going to kind of be a goodbye to them. Yeah, I know that. But she's telling me this. I have to tell you this, Bill, because that's what I keep getting. You got to tell Bill that, okay, I've known Erica 3 years, maybe 2 years. Because it's a safe space. It is a place where everybody talks to each other in the tribe website or the tribe Facebook page. We're all working off the same energy. But that's what happens when you have a tribe. That's why if someone comes up to you, you need to listen to their story. Because it's going to resonate with you. And you're going to have a conversation back and forth, not really understanding until later that your guides are channeling through you to give her the message she's supposed to receive. You'll never be going, oh, that's nice. Because you'll be so excited inside of your gut and your freaking heart. Your heart's going to be jumping out of your chest. Like, oh my God, this is so exciting. Oh my God, this is so exciting. And then you get the chills up your neck. Some people are getting chills on their shoulders now, like down their arms and things, and until it opens up to their neck and their spine. And I know, Spirit, they're just amazed that, oh my gosh, Bill, I talked to a lady yesterday at Meijer or Kroger or Walmart, wherever it is, right? Or Plum Market or Nino's or whatever, right? If you're in Detroit. And Bill just flew out of my mouth. Well, yeah. But Bill, I can't hear them. Stop wanting to hear them. It's a curse. Trust me, it's a curse. Because until you get control of them, they will talk to you 24 hours a freaking day. So you tell them, no, I'm in 3D. I'm a human. And you guys can't talk to me all the time. You can't. I have to work. I have to focus. I have to sleep. What do you mean you got to sleep? What do you mean you got a job? Because they're in 12th dimension, right? Or wherever they're at. They think we're all out of 3D already, and we're not. We're not. See? Joe says he gets teary when he gets in the connection. A lot of people do. They cry because they are so loved and showing themselves. That's mostly what it is. Feeling love and also feeling like, oh my gosh, they love me. Because they do. You're their tool. They love you because you're the instrument that they get to use to teach the world, you guys. To teach the muggles, to teach the stuff. They're all are questioning about. All of them are questioning that. And they're looking for someone who can explain it to them. And I never want you guys to think, I can't. Yes, you can. Have the conversation. You'll be surprised what comes out of your mouth. You'll be very, very surprised. And I want you to take that badge, put it on your chest, and go, that just happened with me. Why? Because you are not resistant to it anymore. You are not resistant to anything anymore except for your past. As it's sneaking up on you, right? Why? Because you have to clear most of it. You'll never clear all of it. So that they can lift you quicker than you know what happens into 5D. And then 6 and then 7. Yes. See? Because all of you young people, God bless you, have a long life on Earth. In the new Earth. And you 5th, 6th, 7th dimensional energy. Seeing things that you never ever dreamed could happen. And I will tell you, that's a blessing. Because your children will be automatically connected. You'll be connected. Your husband will get there. Or vice versa. The husband's got it. The wife clearly doesn't have time. She's too pulled down with baggage. We all have it, right? We're all connected. It's just if in our soul journey, we allow ourselves to allow it. It's about flow. It's about getting your ego under control. And you guys are going to get this in Mercury Retrograde, because I've gotten into the past 2-3 days. I have my ego under control. Really? Really? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay. You don't have it under control. Yes, I do, Bill. I'm telling you, I do. Okay. Defense, defense, defense. Honey, you don't have it under control, I tell you that much right now, because you wouldn't be defensive about it. I've had 3 people since Monday. Why? Because Mercury retrograde's coming, right? That's why. We're in the pre-shadow. Of course it is. And I've learned that to just disengage. It's always in texting and things like that. See? Because if somebody's booking a reading from me, they pretty much know who I am. They know what I'm going to do, what messages Spirit's going to give to them. They want to talk to somebody who's passed away, same thing. I can connect to anybody that's there. Can I do celebrities? Can I just wander across the universe? No, that's not my focus. My focus is teaching you how to be you. See? Because that's my job. That's why I'm here. And I've been doing this since I was a kid. Do it in the shoe store for 35 years, right? Getting people the right shoes. Having them fit properly. Again, all that came from them. What I would say to people, how I would train my staff, all came from them. All the information about shoes. And I mean, we had features and benefits down like point blank. This is going to do this, it's going to do this, it's going to do this. And people watch and go, man, that's right. That's exactly what's going on. There you go. Trust. Flow. I didn't never know where that stuff came from until about, 5 years ago, maybe 6. Yeah. When I really got pulled into who I'm supposed to be this lifetime. Same with you guys. So when somebody comes up to you in a friendly manner, because they're always friendly, right? They're usually people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, sometimes in their 60s, right? And they say, you know, you have nice hair, or I love what you have on today. And then you go, oh, thank you. And all of a sudden the conversation starts. See? Well, have you ever blah, 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 blah? And you're like, why is she asking me this question? And your guides say, yes, blah, 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 right? They go, oh my gosh, me too. Have you had a dream? Yes, oh my God, me too. And then the connection hits, right? Heart to heart. Energy to energy, white light to white light. And all of a sudden her guides are like, oh my God, she gets it. Oh my God, she actually said something to that person. About the way, that's always the opening is, you have nice hair. You're really good looking. You're really beautiful. I love that color on you. Because people will do that out of the blue. They don't even know they're going to say it, but their guides say it for them. Just like you, when they walk up to you and you say, oh, and you blah, 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 blah. But where'd that come from? I would never say that to that. I don't even know who that woman is. That's not the point. The point is you're actually following what you're supposed to follow because you've been programmed that way. And what does that do? Build your confidence because you're like, what the hell with that? Bill, I don't know how to do that. You do already know how to do that. It's just you finally have your energy where it is at a higher vibration. And everything that you know, ego aside, is coming out of your mouth because you've already been taught. It's already been activated inside your body. When you're sleeping and you don't feel like you got any sleep. Because guess what? They're working on your butt, trying to make sure that all the screws are in, all the straps are tied, and everything else, right? That's it. And you're only going to get better and better and better and better because you're going to allow it. When you don't allow it, things go wrong. Trust me. Things go wrong when you're not paying attention and allowing yourself to flow. It could be you're angry, you're sad, angry, betrayed, sad, ego's in charge, angry, sad, somebody passed away, angry, sad. Because that drops your vibration. See? It's all about understanding. You're supposed to, you can feel sad. You can feel angry, but not for a long period of time. When it's a death, take as much time as you want to, because that's going to springboard you up into 5D quicker than anything. Especially something that you loved. Okay? Because their energy being gone from your environment is going to allow you to move into higher dimensional energy. See? Because mom's 3D. Dad's 3D. Grandma's 3D. Grandpa's 3D. My best friend is 3D. So when you lose that energy of 3D from the family and the friends that you have, you ascend faster. Don't hurt anybody, right? Just allow that to happen as you go through the ascension process. So you got positive, 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 positive. All of you are on that rising scale. A lot of the stuff that you still have to clear will clear itself. And you can do it one of two ways. Purposely do it, or allow them to do it, which will put you on the couch for a week or two because you're sick. And when you're sick, guess what? There's no resistance there. So they can pull that stuff out of you as you're laying on the couch throwing up in a bucket, right? Or have COVID, right? COVID's real, guys. I haven't felt good since I got COVID the first week of June. I still have a cough. I have all kinds of things that are still going on. The sniffles, can't get rid of the freaking cold. No. And it have to work. Again, I know, Spirit, what that is doing for us as we let go of our stuff. Those things go away too because they're 3D. Never said that before. That's true. That's true. Because our immune system works as far as it can work. The rest of it, the COVID and stuff like that, attaches to us. As we go into our spirituality, get deeper and deeper into 3, 4, 5D, or no, 4, 5, 6D. As we lose our baggage, as we lose our stuff, guess what? It goes with it. COVID was here to change the world, and it did just that. 2020, 2023, they're broken up in 3-year sections. Got us out of that. 2024 to 2027. Trust me, the biggest growth year you will ever have in your life. Because by 2028, January 2028, you're going to know so much stuff, the world will have completely shifted, right? Still be muggles, still be 3Ds, right? But everything in our world will shift to the positive. Very abundant, very happy, very loving, living where you want to live. Because you have the abundance to do it. Again, Spirit has talked about before, all the ancient money that's coming to us, guys. You put money away thousands of years ago for now. They knew, our souls knew. Right? That, okay, I was this person back then, 15,000 years ago, and I put money away for now. Why? Because I knew I was going to be back here because they told me so. And there's no time and spirit, right? Ours is linear. Linear. So we understand that, but hell, for them, it could feel like a second. It could be like a week in our terms. No, it's 15,000 years ago. And all of a sudden, guess what? The money comes. Do you know where it's coming from? No, none of us do. Could be lottery. That's why Spirit always says, when you're standing at the counter and you're getting a pop or a beer and cigarettes or whatever you're going to buy there, and you hear the word ticket, buy a frickin' ticket. Again, they're more than likely priming the pump to see if you'll listen to them or not. Don't buy a ladder ticket until they tell you so. You might win $2. Cool. But you're in charge of that. They're not. When you hear the word ticket or lottery or something like that, buy a damn ticket. Buy a scratch off. I think there's one now in Michigan, up to $6 million. Who wants to win that? Who can live on $6 million? I could. Couldn't live in Hawaii like that, but I could live any place else in the continental United States I wanted to live. Yeah. So don't be surprised if that's what happens. Because it will. I'm telling you, it will happen. Just in our lifetime of 3D, things didn't happen like that, like magic. But like Spirit said months ago, we're going back to 5D. We came from 5D into third dimension. There is that thing up again. I don't get it. So when we get closer to 5D, we recognize stuff. Things aren't so foreign anymore. Like I've said many times, what my mother said to me when I was 12 years old. Why do you think you deserve everything? Well, why wouldn't I deserve everything? Willing to work for it. Oh, Billy, the world doesn't work like that. I said, well, why not? And she didn't have an answer for that. It was 1972, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I always have. I've always expected everything that I wanted. My sister would always say to me, I think we're supposed to be rich. I'm like, why? Because we like really nice stuff. And we do. We do. I'm willing to sacrifice for it. Everyone should be. Because as you get one thing, you get another thing, you get another thing, you get another thing. And when you start to receive your abundance, please accept it. Please accept the abundance. Because I've often talked to people, well, Bill, I don't really need that much. Huh? You don't need that much. Well, Bill, I'm 69, and what? So what? If you live another 30 years, guess what? It's going to take some money to get you to 99 years old or 100 years old. But Bill, give it to your kids when you receive it. Give it to the charity. Give it to the church. Don't do that. Give it to whatever, right? That's going to do good for humans. Yeah. See? So it's so very important that you have your arms open, ready to receive. And we all get in the point where we're ready to receive, ego, third dimensional. We get pissed off when it doesn't show up. But if it does show up, do you accept it? I never forget using a question for people when I was doing this before, when I was younger. Younger meaning spirituality-wise. And I said, if $5,000 showed up in your bank account tomorrow morning, what would you do? Well, Bill, I would call the bank, and I'd call the bank, and I would tell them I got $5,000 extra money in my bank account. I don't know where it's from. I don't know who it is, but it isn't mine. The person on the phone says, okay, ma'am, okay, sir, we'll go ahead and we'll check and see if there's a mistake there. And a week later, 2 weeks later, they say, okay, Mr., Mrs., whatever, we can't find the source of that money, so the money's yours. And I'd say back to the person that I'm talking to, so you have $5,000 now. What are you going to do with it? Oh, I'm not going to touch it at all because they're going to want that back some way, somehow. Really? You wouldn't expect just $5,000 to fall in your bank account? Well, no, that's not real. It's not real. So you live in third dimension, totally. What's that? If they give you $5,000 and it comes out of nowhere, spend the $5,000. Right? You get $10,000, $20,000. You get a freaking scratch off for $100,000. Would you not take the $100,000? I don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. Everybody deserves everything that they want. And that's what's coming up in 5D, in 24, 25, 26, and beyond. Anything that you want, you can receive. That's what it's about. Believing that you deserve the money. Deserve the new house, deserve the new car, deserve an airplane, the boat, 2 houses, whatever. I asked Lee this probably a year ago. I said, so if we as a collective, myself and him, if we won $200 million and it was yours, you had to spend $100,000 and it's yours. I said, so what would you buy? Well, if I had $100 million, I'd buy 5 houses. Why? Because I could have 5 houses strategically around the world, and I travel to each one of them every year. I said, okay, what about expenses? Well, I'd have enough money left. I can put it stocks and bonds, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. He's a Virgo. He thinks he can do nothing, but he really can't do nothing every day. Well, the Capricorn's like, really? Huh. I would probably, buy my house in Maui and a new car. And, maybe this, maybe that, maybe this, maybe that. And I said, and then I put the rest in stocks and bonds. Well, Bill, you're like 62. I'm like, yeah. He goes, you're 62. I'm like, so what are you telling me? You could be dead in 20 years. You're going to spend all $50 million? I'm like, probably not. I said, well, I give my niece and nephews money, and my sister. And I said, then I probably have, 40 million left. Okay, so you might live 10, 15, 20 more years, and you're going to spend how much every year? $1.5 million? You're living on frickin' Maui. You can't buy that much. Like, well, that's true. So what are you going to do with it? I mean, well, I'm not buying 5 houses because I'm really conservative with money. And I've tried to get myself out of that mindset of, okay, living paycheck to paycheck. Spent my whole life doing that, right? Most of us have. We've never had an abundance of money that we could blow on whatever we wanted. Until now. So we all have to get out of that mindset, right? Of, well, it's never going to happen. It's not possible. You're living on the history of 3D for 12,000 years. You're not living in the future. You got to believe you can have anything that you want. And the money's going to come no matter what you do, it's going to show up. Do you know when it's going to show up? No. But you got to believe that when you strike that, right? You never know where it's going to come from. Never know. And it's not going to be $100. It's going to be thousands, if not millions of dollars that you'll be able to do what you want to with. And guess what most of you will do with it? Give it away. That's the purpose. You take care of yourself first, take care of your family second, and guess what? You give to the charities, right? And by then, the United States will be a different country, more than likely. Be no homelessness, nobody's hungry. Everybody have a job, blah, 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 because that's the perfect world we're going into because it's the age of Aquarius for the next 20 years. We'll all be abundant, but charities will still need help. Doing really cool things. Because it's going to take us a while to change the energy on the planet, people's perception of our lives as we give more and give more because we have enough. That's when you can say I have enough. But not until that point. You got 40 million in the bank. Guess what? Give some to the schools, give some to your high school, give some to United Way, give it whatever charity you want to use. Give a little bit here, give a little bit there. Like I'm into horse sanctuaries, animal sanctuaries, big time, big time. One of the goals when I get to Maui is to build a new animal shelter. It's not big enough. It's not big enough. So they kill the animals. No, we're not killing dogs and cats. We're not doing that stuff. No, you have to have an up-to-date new facility to take care of the animals on a 44 mile island. It's not that big. I mean, hell, I live 12 miles from Detroit. It's not that big. Right? So all those things that you receive as you go forward with some other crap too, right? It can't come at this point for free. But wait till 2020, middle of 2024, 2025, 26, because we're not going anywhere, guys. We're here for a purpose. And the purpose is to enlighten the earth, enlighten the collective. Muggles. Half-bloods. And you haven't seen Harry Potter, watch 2 damn movies, watch the first 2. You'll be like, oh my freaking God, it's happening right now. It's absolutely happening now. Half-bloods become wizards. That's the way it works. See? We're living that right now. How did she write these books? They were channeled from the divine. Why? To get children interested in that situation, that program, that everything. To believe, because when they're there, right? They believe that they're a warlock. They believe that they're spiritual. They believe that everything they're receiving from spirit, and they tell their moms and dads that they do that. They tell their moms and dads. That's what it's about. So none of us knew that when Harry Potter books came out, right? No one did. Nobody thought about that. It was too far into 3D. But now, chimes. It's all relevant. It all comes to us in time. Just like our lives evolve over time. 3D's gone. Pretty much. Okay? So when things start to change, don't get scared. Get fear out of your brain, out of your body. Okay? The world's not ending. We're gonna have plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of everything as we watch the Earth go from third dimensional Earth into 4, 5, 6 and higher Earth, the new Earth. Okay? Age of Aquarius is here, guys. I mean, me as a soon-to-be 64-year-old guy, 1968, The Age of Aquarius was a song by the Fifth Dimension. The Fifth Dimension. Interesting, right? 1968. And the only way that the record company would let them release that song from the government is put Let the Sunshine In on the back end of it. Then it's no longer a hippie song. Because everybody knew what they were doing. The control of humans. Well, guess what? Now we're going into the fifth dimension. They told us in 1968 about that. Came from the hippies. My brother was one of them, right? Think about that. Think about that. How many years ago they were trying to tell us where we're headed? The age of Aquarius. When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars. Hello. And for 20 years, we're going to have the age of Aquarius as we are fully into 5th, 6th, and 7th dimension. Cool, right? Wow. Oh, God, we're 11 minutes past. So, you guys have a good week. I'll see you next Thursday at 3. Great deals on element packages. Great deals on, could you get your 13, you get one free month. Readings, extra 15 minutes on all of them. Gift certificates, the same thing. Give a gift certificate and get 15-minute reading, or get yourself, again, $100 for half an hour, $130 for hours, and $180 for 90 minutes, for an hour and a half. Then you get an extra 15 minutes. Okay, so spread that around for me, guys. If you would please, I found a new way to post things today too. So, but if you can share my stuff, if you can share those on your pages, that would be fantastic. Help me out. And if you would please, once I post this, probably 4:30 onto YouTube, if you would please go over to YouTube and like the video. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe please, and leave me a comment. Even if you went right, I mean, you guys were here, you know what we talked about. Check that out. Yeah. So I'll see you next Thursday at 3 o'clock for Coaching for the Soul. See you guys.